Good morning and welcome to the Retro Gamer 365 where we are gaming every day. And today we are going to talk about the board game Dune, House Secrets. And so there are lots of Dune board games out there right now. And I don't really know what the difference is between all of them because I don't have them yet, but I'll probably have them soon. And so Dune's one of the stories I was introduced to decades ago. I remember seeing it on Sci-Fi back before they were, Sci-Fi, when it's still the science fiction channel back in the 90s. And the graphics were not amazing on special effects. They were rather pathetic, actually. It's kind of like Beetlejuice is, but you guys go with the time. And so I was really excited when they announced the new movie. And then I watched it. And I was bummed. Because it just didn't go anywhere. And it's been so long that I don't remember what the rest of the story is for what's going on, but I feel like they only did like the first quarter of the movie or first quarter of the book and didn't get anywhere. But I know there's like a dozen books now at this point, so I'll find out as we go. But we're talking about this game now, and it is by Legendary Pictures, which they made The Matrix. So I had a lot to expect from it. But it is plastic wrapped, and plastic wrapped is not a normal one. It's actually wrapped from the front to the back, and then it is heat shrink. I'm not sure why they do that. I mean, it makes a nice picture across the front because there's nothing there for a seam or anything, but makes it very weak on the back. But it pops open nicely, and it has a beautiful picture of three of the main characters. Although, it's kind of a misnomer to say that he's the main character, because he's only in like 10 minutes of the movie. But I think Dave Bautista did a pretty good job. He looks better as Drax, and I like Rebecca Ferguson better in Mission Impossible, but did a good job, and I have no idea who this guy is. Elsing's the main character. But the box is pretty flimsy. It's not going to stand up to a beating, so don't let your kids do it. But that being said, it says on the box here that this is for ages 14 plus and 1 to 4 players. And I forgot to read the back to you. And it says, Arrakis, the planet of spice and endless sand at the far end of the Imperium, is filled with intrigue, conflict, and war. On the infamous planet of Dune, you find yourself between two great houses. The sinister House Harkonnen schemes for power and profit, while those loyal to House Atreides rally a rebellion among the native inhabitants long suppressed under Harkonnen rule. And it has 3 chapters, a prologue chapter, and a unique immersive experience. Okay, I'm not sure how immersive it is, but it says not a children's toy, age 14 plus hobby gaming product. So if you wanted to get a hobby gaming product and not a board game, you should buy this. And so here are the rule books. I see a possible issue here with it so far. So it is 8 pages long, including the back. And it has this thing here, the progress chart. I hate, capital H-A-T-E, board games that are single-use only games. It's a waste of money and existence. If you want to make it single-use, then make it a video game. And then the rules change, you don't have to change anything, you just start over again. I really don't like when I have to pay 80 bucks for a board game that I can play once. Not my happy thought. I didn't pay 80 bucks for this one though, so if it's only one time, I'll work around it anyway, because that's what I do. And so it has maps in here. Here's a map of Telgazer, which it's very overly complex, I think. I have no idea why it'd be this complex. But there's a lot of stuff in here and a very small map. And it's just a standard sheet of paper, not even plastic, laminated or anything. There's a quality issue there. Then you have another map. This one's a much bigger map. It is a map of Arrakis. And it goes through and has north and south and has lots of little dots and icons on it, which it says are sieges and cities and villages. Once again, just regular paper though, not going to stand up to abuse or heavy usage. But then we have here mission goals. And this is the prologue one. And so it has a storyline here to start it. And then it has things about special rules and encounters. So, okay, those are good. Special rules make things interesting. But once again, single sheet of paper, not going to stand up to any abuse or use. And then we have 3 more of them for page 1, 2, and 3. And it irritates me when something is not the same as the other 2, because that one is upside down. And I did it differently. It has a map on this side. I don't understand why they do that. Make it even or don't bother doing it. Here's my tirade. So there are 3 more of these with little stories on them and mission goals and stuff. Paper. Now here's something finally made with decent stuff. Here is your time track and victory point track. And on the other side it has a consequence track. This is actually made out of paperboard. Thicker will take a beating, but still should be laminated. But then we have here, it says a skill sticker sheet. And I like stickers, but I don't like stickers they have to put onto something for one use. Very irritating. But that being said, it has training and talent, and it has things like smugglers, survivors, swordmasters, assassins, and then haggling, stealth, and tracking. So those could be interesting things to get, but I hate stickers. And here is the first issue in how it was done. It's already missing 2 of them. They're in the box. What if they weren't in the box? I would be missing these tokens, and I'd be missing a weapon token and a spice token. And then what would I do? I don't know. It also has water tokens, subterfuge tokens, wild tokens, and consequence tokens. So, okay, I'm sure they do something fun. But it's not sealed in a plastic bag separately like they should be, because it needs to be secure. And then under there, we have a jumble in the box itself. And so we have these things, and they are held together with a little plastic slip over them right here. And it is very tight on there. So tight that I can't pull the cards out of it. So that's decent, but I'm going to risk damaging the cards trying to get them out if I don't try and cut it, I think. Let me see if I can pull it apart. There it goes. They just pulled apart there once you get to it. And so these are your informants and a soldier, it looks like. Advocate side, it says on this side, and then it says nothing on this side. But you have Daniel Arias right here. I just dropped on the floor. And then Arya Chorus, who's an Atreides spy. And it has 2 different sides. One side dark, one side light for some reason. And then Gora Malik, same thing, says she's a smuggler. And then Javed Dar, who's a Freeman informant. And I can't reach my other one that I dropped. Oh my goodness. There it is. So you have those. And then we have a pile of cards that kind of roamed out of their slot here. Let me see if I can get them out safely. So the slot actually narrows in at the top a bit on it to try and hold it in place. But obviously this slip did not hold as well as the other one did. And so there are a lot of cards here, and they're all numbered. So you have this one that says prologue on it. Not sure why, but you have 1, 3, 5, blah, 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 up here through 10. So these are all the ones for the prologue, it looks like. And then going from the prologue, you have chapter 1 here, and they're numbered 101 up through 119. So I guess they want you to be able to count it. And it has a number with a letter on the back to say which side is the back side. So that's good. Hard to get them out of order that way. Then you have chapter 2, and they are 201 through 218. And 218 actually has a map on it. So I'm guessing the map probably goes into effect with that map we saw earlier. There's a lot of reading involved here. I mean, these are really small print, like size 10 maybe. Probably smaller than that. So if you don't like reading, it's not a game for you. And then you have chapter 3 here to finish it out. You have 301 through 321. That's a lot of reading. It's like reading a small book just to play through this. And so it goes through, and same thing, has B on the back for those ones. But there's not really a lot there to go with. So over there. And then we have this set. And here's another little set of cards that has a slip on it, and this slip also is not tight. So it just comes off. And these little square ones say asset deck on them. And so you have A through W, and they'll have little pictures on them of what they are, and a description on the back. It looks like kind of quest cards. So D does not have one, but most of them do, and they have things like right there, it shows a little quest thing on it. So that's interesting. And then we have two little wooden toy things that are markers of who knows what. There's a green one and a red one. Definitely wood. Still gonna stand up, but I'm sure the paint will wear off over time. But if you only get to play it once, who cares? And I think that is everything in this box. Yep, plastic there. And there. So I am not terribly impressed with the quality of how they packed this box. It really seems like everything is too loose in it. And my guess is that it's not going to stay in place when I stand it upright like other games have. You can look, these cards are very close to the top of this little deck here. There's no bumps to hold it in place. And all you have holding it really are going to be these ones over the top, which, why do you have a second deck bin without a second deck? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. And you're not going to have this material on top like this holding in place. So I have a feeling this one's going to fall all over the place when I stand it upright. But that being said, it has some interesting things, and I suppose if you really like Dune, it's probably going to be an awesome game. But if you don't like reading and you're not really into Dune, it doesn't seem like this will be the most amazing game for you. So yeah, I felt some movement there. And of course, once I take the tokens out, they're going to fall everywhere. But there you go. That's everything for Dune House Secrets. And yeah. So watch a movie, see what you think about it. Play a game if you want. We'll let you know how it goes when we play it. And that's all we have for today. But make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more gaming goodness. Have a good day and keep on gaming. Bye.